So everybody keeps telling me to make these Warcraft stories videos, and I think most of my subscribers subscribe because of my Warcraft videos. And I stopped playing Warcraft, I unsubscribed, so it's to not cause any confusion. I still don't play Warcraft, but I'm making another Warcraft story, and I used a private server to get on there and show you some stuff, but that doesn't mean I'm playing anymore, or I still play, so don't everybody start messaging me and asking me what realm I play on, because I don't play on any realm. First I want to talk about the fact that since Burning Crusade came out, everybody goes right from level 60 to level 70. Nobody plays the level 60 content anymore, like the Molten Core and Stratholme Scholomance, none of that crap. Nobody gives a shit about it. It's all just wasted. I don't think anybody even does Onyxia anymore. That was like one of the best instances because it's a giant big black dragon. I mean, who the hell gets to fight a big black dragon? Then they added a Blackwing Lair, and you get in and fight another big black dragon. It's even harder. And so then Burning Crusade came out, and you can go to the Outland and you can level up a lot faster and get better gear automatically without having to do all these crazy instances and having a 40-man guild and doing all just. You'd spend probably months and months just learning one instance. And in the forums, in the Blizzard forums, there were always people complaining that, one class was overpowered and one was too weak, nerf this, buff that, and every time they would release a new patch, everything would change and the whole game would change. Or how crazy would everybody get if Blizzard just decided for 3 months or 6 months or something to just retrofit the whole game, just to get rid of Burning Crusade, go back to the original version, World of Warcraft 1.0, level 60, well, I would still want them to have like all the instances that they added up until they added Burning Crusade, maybe, because a lot of these people that are just subscribing, they've just started playing WoW and they have no idea about like Encourage. They might know about that, but Molten Core, most people probably never do it. Like I remember when I got back on Tank, when I resubscribed and had all my Lawbringer gear, everybody would like message me like, "What the hell is that gear you're wearing? Where did you get that? What is this? I've never seen this before." It's like, it's just Molten Core Tier 1 Lawbringer gear. I mean, it's not like a big deal. It's not hard to get. Now they've recolored it so all the stuff in Outland kind of looks like that Tier 1, Tier 2 stuff. I'll tell you what they should have done. This is the way I would have done it. Well, two ways. One way is you could make one realm, or like 3 or 4 realms. They're all like the original non-Burning Crusade level 60 level cap. For people that want to just really enhance level 60 instead of going all the way to 70. Because if you spend all that time making characters, getting all that awesome gear, and then all of a sudden somebody can just, a new guy that's never played for like a month, and he can just level up to 70 and just beat your ass. That's not really fair. So what they could do is either do that, put it all in one realm, or they could make it where you have to spend so much time in the game before you go past level 60. I'll tell you what they should do. Instead of having like warlocks make summoning portals or mages portal you to Shatrath where you can go to Shatrath that way, you can't go that way, and you can't go through that portal until you turn in the heads of all these bosses from all these other instances. Like, you'd have to have Baron Rivendare's head, you'd have to have the Headmaster from Scholomance, Ragnaros's Elemental Shard or something, you turn in Onyxia's head and the Blackwing Lair, Nefarian's head. And then maybe the Encourage bosses too, those 2 Encourages. And you'd have to take like all these heads and put them on a string or something and make it, return it into a guide, and you let you through the portal or something like that. That way you'd have to spend the same amount of time doing all these other instances as everybody else, and people would still be motivated to do them. Oh, Hakar's head too, Zul'Gurub. Zul'Gurub is an awesome instance. That's one of my favorite instances. And Dire Maul. Dire Maul's a good one. Maybe the King of Dire Maul's head too. But I was thinking, like, you know how Karazhan and Caverns of Time, they're new instances that they've added, but they're outside of Outworld or Outland. I always get that confused with Mortal Kombat. Now they've got Zulamon, just came out. They've added it to the Blood Elves instance. But it got me thinking, there's all these other places outside of Outland that they could have made instances for without having to make new instances or put new Outlands instances up. Or even to make this new Northrend stuff that they're making. But I guess everybody wants to see Arthas. But I'm going to go through a few places that people may not know about, especially if you're like a new player and you've never played the original first year or whatever and got to level 60. Because when you get to level 60 and there's no higher level, you spend all this time screwing around and looking for places and stuff to do. I was going to show you this place in Felwood that It's not really an instance. Doesn't look like it could have been an instance, but it was weird because back when I was in my guild with Vinkster, I would always want to get these guys to go do something because everybody would be standing around. You know, it's like we'd have a raid plan for maybe like 7 or 8 o'clock, and it's like 4 or 5 o'clock, and nobody's doing anything or just screwing around. Okay, let's go kill this 62 elite I found. I found this weird dreadlord in the bottom of this cave in Felwood. If you've ever been down to do this one quest, if you go to the end of the cave, there's a dreadlord, or there used to be. I couldn't find him yesterday, and you can see pathways, but I couldn't figure out how to get onto the pathways. It's confusing. But like, why would there be a 62 elite dreadlord just out of nowhere? There's a bunch of like level 40s and 50s and stuff down there. I think none of them are level 60, and all of a sudden there's a 62 elite. Like, what the hell? What's that down there for? So I would try to get my friends to like come help me kill it, and nobody ever wants to do that. They're always like, no, let's just go around an iron forge and ride our mouse around in a circle and sort a bunch of brooms and shovels and dance around in their straw hats or something. They didn't really want to play the game and like kill stuff, so it's hard to motivate them to do things. Then I looked on Thoughtbot or whatever, Alakazam, one of those sites, and the thing doesn't drop anything good. Maybe he drops like a green item, but that's it. Like, what? He doesn't even drop blues? That's crazy. But I never could get like 5 or 10 people to just come down and help me kill that thing. Alright, so the first place I want to show you is another place where I couldn't get anybody to come help me kill stuff. This is those 4 big green dragons that spawn from the Emerald Dream. And let me look on my video here. Alright, so you see these portals that usually have a giant green dragon guarding them? Inside that is supposed to be the Emerald Dream, which I don't even know if anybody can go in there except maybe druids. There's one of those famous druid boss guys. It's supposed to be the dream of a dragon or something in there. I don't know, but like, this portal looks different than it used to look. It has all this stuff spiraling into it. See that? And you got these big roots coming into it. I don't think that was there before, because I think it used to look like the one in the top of the Mage Tower in Stormwind where you go to get your portal training and stuff. But now it looks kind of different. They got this little bitty green dragon. And it would be a bad idea to like make an instance right there, because then you got like a big giant freaking dragon. How are you supposed to get your whole guild in there unless you kill it? And then like you have the problem of usually an instance is somewhere on the map, like except for Caverns of Time is kind of different. I think it swaps you into a different world or something, but like usually like say Dead Mine or something, it's actually underground underneath that big mountain in Westfall. It's not like you just warp into some new part of the server or something, you know. It's like, so where would the Emerald Dream be? It doesn't even make sense. Next place I want to show you is over in Ashera. Let me start this here. You got a bunch of these timber maw furbolgs, and me and my friends were having an argument yesterday about the difference between furbolgs and gnolls and trogs and kobolds, and he tried to tell me that there's like a giant kobold somewhere. And okay, here's the gate, and they're back there. That's a little rare spawn guy that happens to be up because I'm on a private server, and I guess nobody goes anywhere, so nobody kills any of these rare spawns. Because once you start up in the server, you just automatically get level 70 and all your skills and spells, and nobody gives a shit about playing the game. And for some reason, I can't attack the guy. Look at it. It won't let me hit him because he drops like a green or something. But look, I'm wearing tier 6. What the hell would I want a green for anyway? But there's a big gate. It's supposed to be a timber maw hold where all these timber maws live. But you can see like mountains and trees back there. There's not anything back there really. So I think it would be cool to have an instance with a bunch of timber maws. Maybe have giant furbolgs running around. So maybe one of those giant tree wardens like in the Night Elves will be a boss. And you could have like, I don't know, maybe like a giant kobold back there with a huge candle on his head that tells you not to take his candle. Instead of gold tooth, it'll be like Goldberg or something. Because you know how WoW has all these different names of things that are like pop culture references? I almost made a video one time just trying to list as many of those references as I could. Like the Zelda story and Ungirl Crater. That whole thing, you get the Zelda sword and you get his boomerang. There's like a picture of a gnome that's supposed to be Zelda, Link. Oh, there's a giant gorilla south of Booty Bay. It's supposed to be like King Kong. Like he has this Princess Taran chick trapped there, and you kill him and he drops empty barrels. That's like a Donkey Kong reference too. It's like a combination of King Kong and Donkey Kong. So yeah, he drops empty barrels and he's a giant monkey on this island with a princess, so it's King Kong. There's 1,000 different references like that, and wow. But Timberall Hold, that could be a good instance. What we got next? Okay, this one is Greymane Wall. Now this one's kind of weird. It's just like a big chunk of the map. If you look on mapwow.com or look at your own map, like there's a big section down here below this wall you can't get to. It's just a bunch of flat map area that they've not done anything with. But, you know, you got Shadowfang Keep right here next to it, so it'd be weird to have like two instances that close together. But there's a big wall, and you've never been past it, so what the hell's back there? I mean, seems like they could do something with that, make an instance, or, I don't know, something. Maybe like a low-level instance. Maybe like a Horde instance right there, right over here in the middle of Silverpine. Well, Shadowfang Keep's mostly Horde instance. Like, in Stormwind, you have that jail where you have to kill all those humanoids. Maybe you can make that in some kind of jail. Maybe that's where all the undead for, like undead Tarns are, or undead orcs that you never see, or trolls. Like you always see humanoid undead. Maybe they could stick some kind of undead Tarns back there, I don't know. This area is mainly about werewolves and stuff anyway. Yeah, there's nothing back there. You can see mountains and trees and, I don't know.